So students, today we are studying how to evaluate a postfix expression using stacks. So evaluate means you will be given a postfix expression. Okay, in that postfix expression you need to evaluate and find the final answer. You're not going to find the final answer using your maths, but you're going to use stacks. Okay, so let's see how to do it. So this is the algorithm that will help us to evaluate a postfix expression. In the beginning, we will have one stack. Okay, it will be an empty stack. Okay, so you can initialize the top of the stack equal to -1 because the stack will be empty. Okay, then we start reading the input. Okay, there's some input that will be provided to you. The input will be a postfix expression. Okay, in case you are not given a postfix expression and you are given an infix expression like this, okay, you need to convert it to postfix. You need to convert it to postfix and then apply this step. Okay, this algorithm only works on postfix expressions. It won't give you answers if you feed the wrong type of expressions like infix expression or prefix expression. Okay, you need to remember that it only works for postfix expression. So till your input is remaining, okay, suppose this input is stored in some array. So what it means is till your input remains, you keep running this while loop. Okay, you're going to keep running this loop till you have input remaining in your array. So step 2a says that read the next token. So read the next token means you start from left to right. So you start by reading 5. Okay, so what it says in step 2b, if token is a number, as you can see, if token is a number, you will push it onto the stack. You push it onto the stack. Okay, after pushing it on the stack, it says go to step 2. So you are not going to do this step. Okay, step 2 means you will come back here. Okay, then you will check whether more input is remaining. So when you check, you will see that you have just read 5. You have just read 5. Okay, and the remaining 2 are there, which is 6 and plus. Okay, so you will read the next token. So the next token that you're going to read is 6. Again, you will come to step 2b. You will see, you'll check whether the token is a number. So 6 is a number. Yes. So you'll push it onto the stack. After doing that, you go to step 2. Again, when you come to step 2, you check whether more input is remaining. Yes, more input is remaining, and that is plus. Okay. So you will read the next token. So you will read now plus. You check whether it's a number. Its plus is not a number. Okay, so you're not going to do anything further. You will come here to step 2c. Then you will check whether it's a operator. Is it an operator? Yes, it's an operator. If it's an operator, then you're going to pop the top 2 tokens. Okay, top 2 numbers. Apply the operator. Okay, so you will do addition and you will push the answer back into the stack. After doing that, you will go to step 2. When you go to step 2, you check whether any more input is remaining. When you check, you've seen that you have reached the end of the input, nothing else is there. Okay, so you will stop with this step 2 and you will come here. So finally, you will pop the answer from the stack, and that is your answer of the postfix expression. So this is just an explanation of how your algorithm works. We'll take an example and see how to apply this algorithm. Okay, so let's go to the example. You have any questions for me on this algorithm? You can type in the chat box. Okay, I'll come and answer your queries. So this is exactly what I just explained. You can just go through it. Okay. Let's take this example. Okay, so I'm going to solve this postfix expression. Okay, so this is your input. So I want everyone to note down in your books this expression and solve with me as we are solving. Okay, please write down this postfix. This is your input. To this we are going to apply our algorithm. The algorithm you need to refer when you're going to do it. Okay, so step 2a, when I say step 2a means we are reading the next input. Okay, step 2b means we are checking whether it's a number, and step 2c is for the operator. You need to remember like that. Okay, 2a is reading the input, 2b means we are checking whether it's a number, 2c means we are checking whether it's a operator. Okay, so if it's a number, push on the stack. If it's an operator, pop two values from the stack and apply operator, push the answer on the stack. Okay, just remember that as we are solving this. So your step 1 will be, since you are solving using stacks, your stack will be empty. Okay, you can initialize the top of the stack pointer equal to -1. Since your stack is empty, you can initialize it equal to -1. Okay, you can write the array index here 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, in every diagram you can write this array index as this. So we start with this. We start by applying the algorithm. Okay, so we start from the expression from left to right. So I start from here 5. Okay, for the first 1 or 2 steps, I'll just turn to the algorithm so that you understand. So here I've initialized my empty stack. Okay, so I made this top of the stack equal to -1. And in step 2, I check whether tokens are remaining in my input. So tokens means this individual, what you say, numbers and operators are known as tokens. Okay, so this we check whether any tokens are remaining. So since I'm starting with the algorithm, all this is remaining. Okay, so it is true, this while statement is true, tokens are remaining. So if tokens are remaining, I go to step 2a, read the next token. So I'm reading now, you can see here, I start by reading the token, and that first token is 5. Okay, that now I check whether token is a number. Yes, token is a number. So what I'm doing, push it onto the stack. Push it onto the stack and go to step 2. So if this is my stack. Okay, so what I do, I push 5 onto the stack, and the top of the stack is now here. Okay, at index 0. Then once I do that, I go to step 2 again. So this is my step 2 here. I check whether inputs are remaining or tokens are remaining. Yes, tokens are remaining. So what is the next thing? I read the next token. What is my next token? 6. Okay, 6. So the next token is 6. Then I check in step 2b. If token is a number, push it onto the stack. So is it a number? Yes, it's a number. So I push it onto the stack. So 6 comes here. Okay, and the top of the stack is now at index 1. Again, then after doing that, I go to step 2. I check whether more tokens are remaining. Are more tokens remaining? Yes, more tokens are remaining. Go to step 2a. What is that? I read 2 now. Then step 2b. Okay, I'm not now changing back. Step 2b. I check whether it's a number. Is it a number? Yes, it's a number. If it's a number, what you're doing? Push it onto the stack. So your top of the stack will come here. Okay. So after you push it, so you can see here, instead of showing all of them separately, okay, the same answer I got here. Okay. So what I've done is I've done step 2, 3, and 4, wherein I have to push these numbers, push 5, 6, and 2 onto the stack. So I've shown it in one step itself. Okay, so you can do like this for your this when you're evaluating postfix expressions. You can do this to save time, because you could get very long expressions, and if you show each step separately, it could take you a lot of time. Okay, if you get confused, you can show separately each step, no problem, like I've shown you in class when we were doing push and pop operations. Okay, so here basically I've applied the algorithm like I showed you step by step, and I pushed these values. Okay, so I pushed 5, 6, and 2. Okay, now after doing that, I check whether more tokens are remaining. Are more tokens remaining? Yes. We have only done till only the first 3 tokens. That is, we have only checked 5, 6, and 2. Okay, so when I read the next token, I check here. Okay, if token is a number, no, it's not a number. So I go to the C part. Is token a operator? Yes, token is the operator. Okay, plus is the operator. What I do, I pop the top 2 tokens. Okay, I pop the top 2 tokens. When I pop, then the 2 tokens that will get popped, okay, from your stack, the topmost 2 values are 2 and 6. So I'll pop both these values. Okay, 2 and 6, both these values will be popped. Okay, after getting popped, I will apply this operator. So I will say 2 plus 6, I will get the answer as 8. Okay, so after popping these values, remember that only 5 remains in the stack. Okay, because these are popped, deleted. So after popping this, I apply this operator. I get some answer here as 8. This answer I will again then push onto the stack. Okay, so that is the meaning of this step. If token is an operator, okay, token is an operator, it is plus. So what I have done, pop the 2 values. So I get 2 values here. Okay, apply the operator. So operator is plus, means you're going to add this 2. So you will get 2 plus 6 equal to 8. Whatever answer you get, okay, this answer, what you have to do, push the answer back into the stack. So 8, you're going to push back into the stack, and you're going to go to step 2. Okay, so let me show you this entire thing in the next slide. So see here, this is how it is happened. Okay, that is how here 8 is come. Understood? We have reached here. Okay, we had popped 2 and 6. We perform this operation, 6 plus 2. I got the answer as 8, and this 8 is then again pushed. Therefore, I'm getting this. Okay, is it clear? Hope you got it, what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Also, in each step, I'm showing how much of the input is still remaining. You can see here, no? How much of the input is still remaining. So since I reached here, I'm showing that this much of the input is still remaining. Okay, this input is still remaining to be processed. So in this step, we are processed with this. Okay, so in the next step, only this much remains. So that is shown here. Okay, now again when I read the next token, if token is a number, we push on the stack. Is this a number? No. What is this? Token is a operator. Okay, so if it's an operator, what we will do, pop these 2 values. Okay, I pop these 2 values, as you can see here. Since this is an operator, I pop these 2 values. Okay, 8 and 5. Then I perform this operation. This is multiplication operation. So 8 into 5, I get 40. Okay, this answer then I push back into the stack. Okay, remember when you pop this, nothing remains. it becomes empty. Okay, so when you perform the operation, when you push this answer back, 40 comes here. Okay, this is index 0. You can always write in all the diagrams the index. Okay, next I read 2. Okay, I read 2 here. 2 is a number, so what I will do, I'll push it onto the stack. Okay, similarly when I read the next, 4 is a number, so I will push it onto the stack. Okay, so I've done 2 steps here in the same, so I've written here step 7 and 8. Okay, push 2, push 4. Next, after doing that, what remains? Plus remains. Okay, these two remain, plus and minus, so that is shown here. Now I am dealing with plus. It's a operator. Okay, it's a operator. So what I will do, pop the top two values, perform the operation. Okay, so 4 plus 2 you will get 6. Okay, then you will push the answer back onto the stack. Okay, just applying that algorithm. We've understood previously, then it is easy. Okay, then what remains now? Only minus remains. So what I will do, when you read this, you will pop the top two values. Which are the top two values? 6 and 40. Okay, so when you pop the top two values, remember that whenever you are doing the pop operation, okay, I will just tell you that later. See here, 40 minus 6 you get equal to 34. Okay, we don't do 6 minus 40. Okay, we don't do this 6 minus 40. Okay, when you are doing that pop operation, you need to do, whenever you pop the topmost value, okay, you need to remember this, or they will get the wrong answer. Okay, whenever you pop this topmost value, okay, that topmost value we write on the left here of the operator, left side of the operator, and the next value we write on the right side of the operator. Okay, this is the operator here. Similarly, for addition and multiplication it does not make any difference, but for subtraction and division it makes a difference. Okay, so when now I'm popping these two values, okay, 6, okay, 6, which is my topmost value, will be written on the right side, and 40 will be written on the left side. So I will get 40 minus 6 equal to 34. Okay, here while writing I think I made a mistake. Okay, so here it is 40 minus 6 equal to 34. Once you get that answer, you're going to push this answer back onto the stack. Now when you read the input, okay, when you read the input, nothing else remains. Okay, if you check your algorithm, once you have to do the step 2 as long as there's some input remaining. Once you're done with the operation, nothing else remains. So what you will do, final step you will do, step 3, that is pop the answer from the stack. So when you pop the answer from the stack, okay, the answer is 34. So you'll pop this from the stack and you will get the answer is 34. Okay, this is how your algorithm works.